Paper Mario, the critically acclaimed franchise where this unknown character here and sometimes a billion other strange creatures fight a variation of God from time to time. You know an RPG is good when you fight God. Oh yeah, that's like every single one of these. With the praise the amazing turn-based combat in the earlier games saw, to the platforming action-based, and the weird puzzle-solving system, Paper Mario is by far the weirdest spin-off our little plumber has gotten himself into. Dear God, I'm back. Please help me. I don't actually think this box art is the absolute worst. Is it the worst in the franchise? Oh yeah, 100%. Paper Mario Sticker Star, the game that's gotten tons of positive reviews over the past decade, like, this game sucks, and this is one of Nintendo's worst games, and this game is actually pretty good. See? There's loads of different opinions here that totally aren't leaning to one side. Sticker Star was actually the first Paper Mario game I ever played. I never got very far in it, for obvious reasons. I don't know, it was either I didn't like it, or I was a stupid fucking kid and would rather play Little Big Planet karting. The general consensus surrounding this game is how it is just awful, with nothing redeeming about it. I know this game isn't very good, but come on, it can't be that bad. As I am an enjoyer of all things Mario, yes, that includes Mario's Time Machine, I decided to take it upon myself to cleanse my palate and get rid of all these good games so I can fully try to enjoy and understand whether or not Paper Mario Sticker Star is really that terrible. The game opens up during what it likes to call the Sticker Festival. Might as well be the Star Festival. There's a giant ominous looking star in the middle. While celebrating, Bowser appears out of literally nowhere and doesn't say a single word. He just touches the comet star in the middle and boom, explosion. Everyone dies. I know the Toads are actual pushovers, but I feel like a massive celebration like this would have at least some sort of security. Guess we're letting criminals in now. I'm wondering where Toadsworth is in this entire situation. Dude has been absent for forever. Wouldn't surprise me if he was 6 feet under. We meet our epic companion character that every Paper Mario game needs to have now. Wow, way to give a first impression. I hate you already. Yeah, Kersti is terrible. I'll do everyone a solid and complain about her later. She's from this place called the Sticker Star. She forces the guy who thinks he's Mario to go on an adventure by force. I just reiterated myself. God, I love the illusion of choice. Who likes toads? Well, they all hate this guy apparently. Yep, he's dead. On that note, that about sums up most of the plot for the entire game until the very end. I probably should mention that a bunch of royal stickers that grant wishes flew off to random parts of the world once Bowser actually touched the comet star. Not sure how important that is. Decalburg is this game's main hub area. It's comparable to that of Rogueport or Port Prisma. I've never been to a place more devoid of personality than this. There's nothing here. You have a section with 3 toad houses, the ruins of the festival, this fucking thing. No idea why the toad tells me to stay perky, but whatever. Then you also have the main hub. Let's see here. There's a shop that sells stickers and a locked house. You know, if there's anything I've learned from being alive this long, it's that if you do this little unknown thing called lockpicking, you can easily break into someone's house. Man, does it feel good. I think it's time we discuss this game's battle system. Yeah, it's definitely something alright. It's very simple. You see, the game is called Sticker Star, so it's only natural that this game utilizes these little things called stickers to initiate battle. Some of these include jump stickers, hammer stickers, and mushroom stickers. Of course there are more, but I'll get to them in a little bit. Gone are the days of just being able to perform the action you want, when you want. This game absolutely loves giving you no options. You can't just guard, you must use up an action or basically just toss a sticker. It's a huge waste, but okay. You also can't target which enemy you want to attack. The existence of the jump and hammer sticker means you are also unable to do a regular action like in the other games. Man, this battle system seems really awesome. How can it get any better? Let me introduce you to the little thing called the Battle Spinner. Use 3 coins and take a gamble. See if you can match these icons so you can attack more than once per turn. I suck at this sort of thing, so more often than not, I'm not gonna get a single matchup. The best part of the system is that you literally can't do anything in battle if you run out of stickers. All you can do is run away. You might get lucky, and a sticker will fall from the sky allowing you to continue dishing out damage. But that's not very common. Since we're on the topic of the battle system, it's completely pointless. There's no benefit to taking part in any fight. Even Color Splash had more of an incentive. Increasing your paint capacity was kinda like EXP. Here though, you just get fucking coins. Why waste your stickers on literal cannon fodder when you can grab the million stickers littered around every damn corner and save them for the only real fights that matter, the mandatory ones. Oh, I forgot to touch on the fact you have a limited amount of inventory space. Certain stickers are bigger than others, so they take up more space, which in turn makes you carry less at a time. I absolutely hate this. Just do what Color Splash did. At least there, it was a maximum of 99. They could have legitimately removed this portion of the game and just made it an action RPG like Super. What makes it even better is that if you run from battle, the enemies disappear. That just makes battling even more pointless. The combat in this game could have been so much better. In the game's original trailer, it looked like it had so much more, number 1, personality, and number 2, a more interesting combat system. The game had a goddamn Chain Chomp partner. Screw the fact it was a lame-ass plain Chain Chomp. There was a partner to help Mario in battle. The system we did get just makes me so irrationally angry. Who the fuck makes a turn-based RPG that goes out of its way to hurt the player and waste their time? I just want another Paper Mario game that's even the tiniest bit of fun. Before I have an aneurysm, let's just move on. In the past, we got games like Paper Mario 64 and TTYD, which had these amazing areas. There was no need for a map. You could just travel there if you wanted. What about Sticker Star? You know, in this case, I can sort of understand why they'd opt for a world map style instead of a traditional interconnected map. I mean, the 3DS is about as powerful as a GameCube, so it's obviously what's holding it back. It's not like they literally did it on the N64 or anything. I'm not gonna lie to you, the world map looks terrible. Before you jump to conclusions, I'm not chalking it up to the fact it's a lower resolution. There's just no cool landmarks or really anything on here that isn't just generic happy-go-lucky Super Mario. Let's go to the Poison Forest because that's what New Super Mario Bros. Has. Some part of me wishes this game came out either a few years ago or 20 years ago. Its whole existence was literally plagued by the fact New Super Mario Bros. Existed, and it really annoys the hell out of me. Gotta make everything recognizable. There's not even any extra stuff to find on the map. No rock, paper, scissors, no Joker, Persona 5, nothing. You just casually walk from level to level. Can't have shit in Detroit. If anything is memorable about this game, it'll sadly be how generic the world is. Jumping into the levels, holy shit, it has the same hallway structure as the Thousand Year Door. That's just awesome. Playing for a little bit, I've come to the conclusion that the levels are incredibly well designed. These may be hallways, but they can't possibly get any worse than this game. They have loads of stickers around, crying toads, some top-of-the-line platforming, and a garbage dump? Oh hey, a letter from Goombella. That's actually a really cool Easter egg. It's definitely trying to score some brownie points where it can. My only issue with the levels is how generic they are. Not the levels themselves, but the fact they're located in these regions. I don't want another poison swamp or desert level. Give me the weird shit. Just thinking about the stuff that came before it or even after it really confuses me. Color Splash had this weird garden area with Birdo's concert, and Super Paper Mario was just all weird. Heaven and Hell, pollution, space travel, and even a dating sim? Were these too weird that Miyamoto just put a stop to it all in the next game? No more interesting areas for one game, and look what it became. I kinda wish the casino-looking area from the original trailer was actually included here. That's the type of weird I want to see. There's just nothing really memorable to these at all. Maybe, I don't know, waiting in fucking line? Yes, because I definitely want to wait in line just to fail the minecart section. Here's something I thought was actually really cool. In order to increase Mario's health, they actually scattered a bunch of Zelda-like pieces of heart objects throughout the world. Some of these are really hidden and take a guide or two to actually find. I like this a lot more than how Color Splash just increased your health after every chapter. It rewards you for exploring every nook and cranny, which I'm a huge fan of. If I had to give any level in this game the pleasure of being considered my favorite, it'd have to be the mansion level where you bust some ghosts. The level design here feels a lot closer to that of Bow's Mansion in Paper Mario 64. Also, this is the first instance of Power Bounce returning in the franchise as a sticker called Infinity Jump. As long as you can hit the action command, you'll be able to jump for an infinite amount of time. I'm not one to boast, but I'd say I can hit the A button a few times. Since this is the first of the modern Paper Mario trilogy, all of them need to have some sort of gimmick to the exploration. After mutilating Bowser Jr., you'll actually learn this ability. Let me introduce you to the Paperize ability. Yeah, this really sucks. There's one thing I can say though. I'm glad it's all on a single screen and not arbitrarily using the bottom screen for the sake of it. This whole ability is about placing shit or grabbing shit in random places. There's almost no indication that this ability needs to be used. In almost every location, Kersti will tell you that, when in doubt, paperize. Yeah, thanks for telling me the obvious. I wouldn't be asking you if I didn't need even the slightest bit of help. I hate looking stuff up, but when I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing because the game won't tell me, I'm kind of forced to. Another thing this game loves to throw at you is these things called, well, things. What a name. Couldn't have given them a more creative name to show that they're something from Out of This World. I'm not very creative at making names, but literally calling them doohickeys or gizmos would work a lot better than things. It strikes the same tone as things, but also being a more whimsical and comical sounding object fitting for something in the Paper Mario universe. The things in this game are so unserious. Mario can capture and throw a fucking goat at enemies, or walk into a house and be like, "Yep, that's mine," and steal the fridge and oven. The things can be such a cool idea, but they're just so poorly thought through that the game would be a million times better without them. I hate when they need to be used in the overworld through paperizing. Like this volcano here has a cylindrical shape. What would I use? A soda can might make it rain Dr. Pepper, or a battery could charge up the volcano and unlock a new area for me to go through. The hidden third option is using the fridge to freeze the place. I think a freezer would have been a better option, because fridges aren't really known for freezing things. Man, I should have thought of that one. These things can't be used on their own though. You must use the sling-a-thing and turn them into massive stickers that take up way too much inventory space. Stay perky. You too, Toad. Since there is basically zero plot in this game, I want to sit here for a moment and talk about the infamous World 3. This place is known for being the worst part of this entire game, hands down. After finding the severed Wiggler that I swear should literally be dead, you must travel through the massive forest looking for his several body parts. This is by far the most annoying quest in the entire game. If it was simply grabbing them and bringing them back, then that would be fine, but it's not. Once you find them, they literally run away from you. Sometimes they go to different levels, multiple times. Then they fight you for zero reason. I love the part where we fall down a tree and I lose all my stickers and are forced to recollect them all. What was the point of it? I don't understand. If I can just recollect them, then why remove them from my inventory? Oh, I also lose Kersti in this place, so it's kind of a win-win in my book. Never felt so much peace and quiet in my whole life. As much as people complain about this section of the game, I don't think it's the absolute worst. It's true that it is bad, but it's not as bad as people say it is. I think if they removed the backtracking, the mandatory pointless fights, and made the world a lot shorter, then people wouldn't be complaining about this nearly as much. Even the game says this wasn't very fun, so what was the point of creating this? The bosses in this game are very conflicting in my opinion. These are the enemies that took those royal stickers I mentioned like one time. Unlike Color Splash, you don't actually need to use the things to kill them. They just help out a lot more. In the early game, the bosses like the Goomba or Pokey do way too much damage to not warrant using things. When it gets to late game, the bosses like Mr. Blizzard and Petey Piranha are my absolute favorite. Since I went into Sticker Star with the notion that it was exactly like Color Splash, I thought I'd be forced to use an item, but I'm happy you actually don't have to. Utilizing the stickers and the battle spinner in your disposal to try and dish out a ton of damage in a single turn is actually where this battle system shines. Standard enemies do not need these battles. It's pointless, as I've already stated. But the bosses? Some of them are absolutely fantastic. I just kinda wish the hammer and jump commands were always in your arsenal no matter what. Make the better version stickers if you want, but the base versions should always be there for you to use. I really liked the fights with Kamek. He turns all your stickers into flip-flops, so you have to use your head and really think about which ones to use. You don't want to be like me and accidentally use your Infinity Jump. Let me tell you, the giant fucking blooper was absolutely terrible. This might be the only boss in the game that actually requires using a thing. If you don't use the sponge to reflect the poison, he'll cover your screen and basically give you a permanent dizzy status, causing you to constantly miss attacks. Fuck this guy, man. Also, Bowser Jr.'s fights are kinda bad. This guy may seem like he has a ton of health, but he always has a move that you could just exploit and kill him within seconds. After beating all the bosses and collecting every royal sticker, the game will open up Bowser's castle and not directly tell you anything about how to get up there. After looking everywhere for the tiniest bit of a clue, it turns out that this one toad tells you he saw something fly over the forest. Someone might think, where in the forest, bro? Of course he won't tell you, so you'll have to go figure it out for yourself. Yes, the Wiggler from earlier. He grew up into a butterfly and flies you up there as slow as he possibly can. You know, I kinda wish Bowser's Castle had more to it. Color Splash had this whole black paint manufacturing plant. This game doesn't have anything. You fight Kamek one last time, and he shrivels up into nothing, and you're at Bowser. This Bowser fight is actually really cool, which was very surprising. It wasn't very difficult for a final boss, but I enjoyed my time with it a lot. Every time you deal a certain health threshold, Bowser will move further and further down the long-ass hallway. When you get to Phase 5, Bowser will turn into several large pieces of cardboard, basically turning himself invincible. It is at this point, Kersti sacrifices herself for the greater good. She goes on this long speech about how she's thankful for going on the adventure with us. Yeah, I hate you. I could care less about your well-being. Kersti is one of the worst written characters in any Nintendo game. She offers nothing to this story. All she does is yell at Mario for taking his sweet time helping her. Like, I'm sorry the game wants me to take a huge detour just to save you. She not only forces us to go on this adventure, but she only thanks us for it while she's on her deathbed. She's not even funny. I wasn't the biggest fan of Huey, but even he made me laugh a few times. That's all I want to say about Kersti, nothing more. After she sacrifices herself, we get loads of attack slots to use on Bowser. No amount of fucking stickers, are you kidding? The game doesn't even give me any stickers I can use. Stop giving me jumps, they don't work on this guy. Okay, after coming back with a ton of things and a few more hammers, I think I'm way too prepared for this fight now, Bowser goes down, finishing off Paper Mario Sticker Star. Mario uses all of the royal stickers and wishes for Kersti to come back to life for some weird reason. The Sticker Fest is held once again, and Bowser tries to repeat the events of the entire game once again. Did you know Bowser doesn't say one single piece of dialogue in this game? The most he'll do is make noises. The last time he made noises like that, he laughed in Hotel Mario. One last thing I'd like to talk about is the museum section of this game. I'm never filling this thing up, I'm sorry. You need to grab every single object and sticker in the entire game and place them in one of these boxes. I think this would have been a lot better if it just appeared in here as long as you've used them in battle. That would not only incentivize players to use the stickers in battle, but if they had secret stickers that you'd have to go out of your way to find in specific levels, that also incentivizes more exploration for the player. The reward for actually filling it up is getting to view the sprites of enemies whenever you want. Awesome, totally worth it. So that was Paper Mario Sticker Star. I'm not sure whether or not I like this game. So much about it is absolutely infuriating to no end, and nothing about it is exactly fun. The battle system sucks, there's no plot, Kersti is terrible, I hate things. Paperizing is awful, but something I can definitely say is that this game is incredibly polished. You will not experience a single bug in this entire game. It's the most polished shit game I've ever played. Something I don't really understand is why someone would actually set out to play this game other than wanting to experience every single Paper Mario game. If you want to have fun while experiencing this type of game, Color Splash is right there, and it's the better choice in almost every single way. It has more of a story, a somewhat likable side character, and way more unique locales, making for a unique experience you won't get by playing any other Paper Mario. That game shits on everything this one stands for, and it definitely shows. I am very disappointed with this game, but to answer the question, yes, it's bad, but it's not like it's the worst game ever made. So many other games are worse than this one, but it's definitely the worst Paper Mario by a long shot. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications to stay up to date with everything I post in the ever-changing world of the YouTube algorithm. I'll see you all in my next video. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.